Well, we are seeing an increasingly erratic Trump. There's all these hot spots that are happening around the world geopolitically. And I think it's only a matter of time before we have a Chernobyl-like event in Ukraine, in the Middle East, where somebody's nuclear reactor is deliberately targeted and radiation spills out over a large uh, area. And that's not to even mention the threat of nuclear war, which has been accelerating due to the erratic and irrational actions of America's leader. We have cause to be concerned, and just the casualness with which we can now talk about the possibility that we're actually at this point. But well, everybody was looking at the threat of nuclear radiation and talking about it, and we should talk about it. There's a more dire threat facing humanity, and that's the fallout from these chemtrails and the geoengineering, because I understand that while nuclear radiation will eventually disintegrate after like a couple thousand years, we'll all be gone. But these nanoparticles that are being sprayed in our water and in our soil last forever. And the United States is under chemical and biological attack constantly, day and night, from these spraying programs. And so all the fears that we had about, justifiable fears that we had since the end of World War II about the threat of nuclear war, and all the movies and all the warnings we had about the threat of a nuclear war, we've had another threat, and it's a full-on environmental catastrophe that's just snuck right up on us. And I don't think the world will survive 30 more years of chemtrail spraying. Why would the US do this to themselves? Well, I think most people have come to the realization by now that our leaders are not sane people, and their agenda is not to make the world a better place to live where we can thrive. But the enormity of the geoengineering is too big for people to get their heads wrapped around it. So they see nothing, know nothing, and hear nothing.